So work instruction Q009, conducting internal audit. So the purpose of this work instruction is to ensure the internal audit is conducted accurately. It's just instructions on how to complete the templates for this really. The quality assurance manager is responsible for the proper execution of this procedure. Only qualified personnel are allowed to perform this procedure, which is you guys. So the procedure, pair. There is one pair template per department and all 6 must be completed. So there's one for customer service, QA/engineering, purchasing, material control, shipping and receiving, and IT. So this is just where to find the template. So to open the pair template, you're gonna go to the O drive, then Document Center, and then Internal Audit Templates. To complete field for pair number. So this pair number right here. So quality control is always pair number 1. Customer service is always pair number 2. Material control, always pair number 3. Purchasing, pair number 4. Shipping and receiving, pair number 5. And then IT, number 6. So those ones always remain the same. But this next one here, audit report number, changes every year. So you're gonna check the previous year's audit report number and use the next sequential number for all pairs for the current year. So the one that I just used for our internal audit this year was number 2. So when you two will be using next year is gonna be number 3. Complete field for issue date. Date started working on current pair. So just to, if you started it right now, you would put today's date. Section 1, process details. It's all of this all this section up here. Section 1 and the first part of section 2, this part right here, do not require any changes, so you're not going to make any changes without the management approval. So if you think that something is kind of wrong and you want to change it, you have to run it through by Ryan first and get his approval on it. Section 2, process results, performance measures, and objective evidence. For this section, only 3 to 4 different items are required for review for each objective evidence. Not required to retrieve and review 100% of the evidence. That's just saying, like, for example, like I said yesterday, the stock room is one of the items that you have to check for material control for the internal audit. And you just need to pull like random ones. What I like to do, or what I did this year actually, is there's different sections in the stock room. There's like some for Raytheon, and then there's the general parts that we use, Rockwell, Northrop, Moog, Honeywell. So what I did, I just grabbed one from each section. Just any random one. There shall be objective evidence on each bullet point listed above on what the auditor shall verify. Identify objective evidence in the first box. Example, sales order, stockroom, purchase order. Provide additional information on objective evidence, like the job number, the PO number, the customer, the vendor. Target for audited period. This one's always going to stay the same. It's going to stay as compliance. Value measured for audited period. Mark as verified if there were no nonconformities found. Mark as not compliant if nonconformity was found. So pretty much with nonconformities, like if you find something that was done wrong. So in the stock room, you find an item that didn't have a rubber band or it didn't have the part number on it. That's a nonconformity right there because it has to have the part number and it has to have a rubber band. Note, create a car for each nonconformance found if required. And you're going to refer to SOP 8502 to kind of give you the steps for the car there. Comments. Add notes of what was done / found. So you can always use the previous one as a guideline as to what to put on there. Section 3, process realization. Provide a summary of your findings. Again, you can use the previous one just as a guideline as to what to write here. The first part is going to be the same for each individual template because you have to look at the same objective evidence. You just use different, like, you know, a different customer or different type of PO. You don't use the same exact PO as the one before. Note, this is where you provide the car number or the work instruction if you have to update the work instruction that's why it was non-conforming, or you had to make a work instruction, then you would write that here in this section as well, and the car number. But again, that's only if you need to issue a car and you needed to change the work instruction. Section 4, process effectiveness. So here you're just going to use your best judgment. The process effectiveness level shall be graded on a scale of 1 to 4, based on nonconformances, minor and major, areas of concern, opportunities for improvement, and overall efficiency. So here, if you found a nonconformity or a nonconforming item, this would not be checked off at all because it says plan results are achieved, and they were not achieved because you found something that was non-conforming. So it would have to be either here or here. So plan results not achieved, but appropriate action is being taken. So if you did a car, or you're updating a work instruction or creating a work instruction, it would be right here because appropriate action is being taken. So then you just know that you're in this column, so then you read over here. Plan activities not realized, plan activities not fully realized, or plan activities fully realized. So again, just use your best judgment on that and what you think. If you're unsure about it, you can tell Ryan okay, I think it's this because of these reasons, but I'm not sure because there's this other thing. You can always just ask him on there, but it's not too hard. Auditor names, so it's going to be Ryan and the QA staff. So if you were the one that completed one of these templates, it would be Ryan and Leslie. And then if you completed a different template, then it'd be you and Ryan. But let's see, organization representative name. So that means the person for that department. So purchasing, Jessica. Accounting, we don't do accounting, just kidding. Shipping and receiving would be Anthony. If he had any other staff within that department too, though, you have to put all their names. It's not just the manager of the department, it's everybody in that department. Okay, review. The pair shall be sent to another qualified auditor, internal or external, for further review of effectiveness. That's right. If any sections of the pairs were insufficient, the initial auditor who conducted the report shall be notified. The pair shall be modified and revised by the initial auditor. This process may be repeated until all requirements set by the corresponding standard in COSACM procedure of the internal audit have been completed. So again, if you completed 3 of the templates and you sent it to Ryan and he had to have you fix it, then you'd be the one that fixes the ones that you did. You wouldn't be fixing the ones that Steve did. Steve would have to fix his own. So, final step. Completed pairs shall be saved in the internal audit folder located in the server. The findings and actions following the internal audit shall be reported in the management review meeting. Records are here and some references are there, and that's it for that one. So we're gonna go ahead and actually do one for an example. So ODrive and Document Center, and then we're going to go to Internal Audit Templates. And let's see, which one should we do? I think Material Control is one of the easier ones. Let's check it out. Once it finishes loading. Actually, can you pause, Steve, or can you stop it?
Yep.